if you don't mind, go a little sports talk radio and throw a couple of headlines from the last week or two to get your thoughts on it. The first one is what Tua said about Brian Flores and what Mike McDaniel has done to throw an arm around him and the difference that's made. You have an opinion on that and how you talk to a quarterback, you coach a quarterback? Is there an opinion you have on that subject matter, Jordan?
I was shocked that Tua was that candid. You know what I mean?
Well, he's been paid now, right?
No, for sure.
And I think that is a sign of how he feels about, that he's reached that milestone.
Yeah. I was surprised. I met Tua when he was like a sophomore in high school. I was just surprised that he was that candid. I don't fault him for anything that he said. I was just more surprised that he said it. Look, I think any quarterback, college or pro, will tell you, I like hard coaching, right? And some guys actually do. They prefer to just be told the truth, cut and dry. I just don't think anybody honestly likes negative coaching. I don't know anything that happened there outside of what Tua said.
Correct.
I just know Tua not to be a liar and not to be somebody who exaggerates situations or makes things about himself. I just never seen him do it once. He's just like selfless as they come. Part of that is Polynesian culture. It's not about him. It is about us in the group. So I was surprised that he said it, but I believe that's whatever he said is exactly how it went down or exactly how he experienced it. But I think you can be hard on players on quarterbacks. But when you get onto the negative side, it's just the polar opposite of what I believe. And I spend a lot of time developing quarterbacks.
Yeah. So, I mean, you want to offer any pushback of that quarterbacks are kind of a wallflower and they need the love here? Or?
I don't think they need it. I think they need to, I try and as a coach, I can only speak from what I know. I try and move people towards something. So even if you're overstriding, which is a bad thing, you're overstriding. I wouldn't tell you to not overstride. I would tell you what to do to prevent the overstride. Right? It's always moving towards something. You want to stop doing this, start doing this. It will help you to stop doing that. So I like coaches. I have a lot of college and NFL clients. I like the coaches that are always moving them towards something, not reprimanding them or saying, here's the play, don't throw a pick on it. Right? I don't even want to create a vision for somebody doing something wrong. I want to move them towards something.
Do you know? I mean, how can you tell that somebody needs to have an arm thrown around them a little bit more than somebody else? Right? I mean,
I think part of it maybe McDaniels picked up on it when he got there, but I think the other part of it is that's McDaniels' style. I just think it was a great marriage. Whoever made the decision to hire Mike McDaniels, which was. It's a first-time head coach, so there's a risk.
Right.
Whoever the group was that kind of stood on the table and said, let's go with this guy. Man, they played Cupid because that has been a great, match that's been made, and they've gotten the most out of Tua. And he's turned out to be not just a great quarterback developer. He seems to be a great head coach, and everybody loves him.
And they're designing right in a way where it's perfect for him. Let's get speed off the charts everywhere. Let him process, know where he's got to go with it, and get rid of it accurately. That seems to be the way to go, and this team just needs to keep winning and getting the home field advantage because this is the style of play that, would be better in 70-degree weather rather than sub-zero,
I almost kind of don't care what Miami does the first 2 months because the whole conversation is going to be, can you do it in cold weather? That's been the conversation too. So it's kind of like they're going to be fun to watch. But can they get over the hump with Buffalo and can they do it in the cold? I think is going to define the 2025 season for the Dolphins.
Yeah, and by the way, week 2, first Thursday night game of the year on Prime Video is Dolphins Bills. So we're going to get right to it.
In Buffalo?
It is not. It's in Miami to start.
So then they're going to play Buffalo at Buffalo later.
Let me make sure I understand when that is. They will be in Buffalo right in week 9. So you never know.
Be cooling down.
Yeah, it could get a little bit, but they're at the Jets and at Cleveland to finish the season. So those are going to be
And if you look at who's good in the AFC, this is going to come down to an away, potentially playoff game.
Sure.
And it's going to be cold in Cincy, Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo, New York.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.